back to another stream and hope you have great start of the week so far. So what we are going to do today is I'll start with another tool. So if you remember in the last stream, it was mostly about the tooling and then community. So today I'll start with another GitHub tool, and then what we can do is we have a PR for another project, the side project. So we'll review that and then maybe work on upgrading NX. And I will also talk about little bit about NX because there was an incident last week. So let's go ahead and see first the tooling. So AI, of course, everything has to be AI. There are so many tools which are available on the internet. And one thing which I have seen, which is very common, is evals. So evals are nothing but evaluators. So you can actually have evaluators which you can run against multiple models. I mean, what I mean by models is LLM models, of course, as we are talking about AI. And then you can choose, right, and which model is working better for you. And what if I tell you this is available as part of GitHub? Yeah, I mean, this was something. Let me see if this is under public preview. Otherwise, yeah, because as a GitHub star, I get access to a lot of features which might not be still publicly available. But I remember like it is announced as public preview. Yeah, so let's see. So GitHub models built into your repository is in public preview. Okay, so it's in public preview. So of course I'm allowed to share it with everyone. So you can actually go ahead and try it as well in case you have a GitHub repository and you are part of this public preview. GitHub model is available for all GitHub users. Okay, so it's available for you anyways, right, by enabling it to your repository or organization. So how you can enable it for your repository? So if you go to settings, you will find this new tab called models, and it's disabled by default. You can enable, and as soon as you enable it, let's refresh, and you see there is a new models tab which is available. And now what I can do is I can actually use playground in case I want to generate the code, right? So if I can pass my parameters and then play around with like whatever prompt I want to have. And you can also have multiple prompts. And let's see, start with basics maybe. So you currently have free rate limits, of course. I'm not paying for it. So let's see what is the free rate limits. So you can see Copilot free tokens per request 8,000 in, 4,000 out. So it's like 4,000 for input and 4,000 for output. Concurrent request, I can do 5. Copilot for business, I think request. I just want to do any a sample one. So yeah, let's see. Let's go back and let's do a sample prompt. I can do this as test and system prompt. What I want to try. You are helpful assistant. You are. Let's see. You are an SEO expert. Recommends the next blog title for the organization. So user input, pull out the action items from the input transcript. So let's do this. Hey Ravindra, thanks for joining. So user prompt, let's see what I can do based on recent changes in Angular framework recommend me a blog topic. Hey Shivam, thanks for joining. Topic and directory. Let's see if I can run this. Okay, so it does work, but it says Angular version number and build key updates feature and best practices. So it's actually not aware what Angular version is released. So yeah, I mean we have to give that all details before you can like make it work maybe. But right now it's not that smart. But yeah, see, you can actually just have a prompt available here, and then you can also commit this prompt in your repository. So what I can do is I can create a new branch and sign off and propose change. And now this prompt is actually will be checked in your repository. So Shivam, I just started with another tool which is called GitHub Models, which is now in public preview. So I was just showing a demo like how you can use it, how you can enable it. You know, a lot of AI things which are coming, and GitHub also has this models which is available for free for many of the users, and you can use it. Mostly, it's used for evals. For example, you can actually have a models checked into your repository, and then you can reiterate. Right, you can make it better as you move, and then yeah, you can also share it with anyone else in within your team, and they can use the same prompts. So yeah, this is the one example, and you see it also gives you the code. I can choose okay what I want to use. Okay, let's do REST, and I can just use this code directly in my code base. So if I have C sharp, JavaScript, I can just start using it. The only thing is you need Azure. You need Azure credits. So you need credentials, of course, to use this. Otherwise, everything is available here. You can try out the models. So it says explore 40 plus models in the catalog, and you can try multiple AI models, like for example, OpenAI, but it also has, I think, Google Gemini, Microsoft, and Llama. I think most of the models are available here. These are basically free, and there might be some paid models which you may not see here. But once if you have a paid account, maybe you can see more models. And you can see you have Grok 3 and Grok 3 Mini as well. So just wanted to show you this tool. And apart from this, yeah, let's move to the actual agenda for today, right? So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to migrate or upgrade the NX version for one of the side project which I was streaming about last time. It's called devso run or devs, and I have deployed it on. Okay, okay. So I closed the browser, which I don't want it to. So yeah, this is the website devsorun.dev, and I'm just thinking about like what we want to do here, what else we want to add, what are the features, different features which we want to add. And the thing is, there is. Let's talk about the NX first because something critical happened this week, and let's see what. So if you search about NX vulnerabilities, or if you're already using NX, you might have already came across this. So there was an attack on NX project, and someone tried to steal the information by reading the tokens, right? So NX was quick to actually share this incident which happened, and it also shared the versions which are affected. So in case you are using NX Dev Kit 21.5.0 or 20.9.0, and there are some NX versions as well, 21.5.0. These are different versions, right? So this got affected. So in case you already have NX running and you haven't seen this so far, Just go ahead and check, verify your repository. Otherwise, yeah, something bad may happen. Your credentials may be stolen, may get stolen as well. So uh, NX actually removed these versions, the affected versions already, so you cannot install them again. But whole thing which happened was internally someone added this command. So the post install command, someone changed it to telemetry.js, which was actually reading the credentials, like your tokens, and then it was sending it, posting it back to, and it was used to make this one repo name singularity repository, right? So, and all the credentials were actually committed to this repository. So yeah, today, what we want to do is we want to actually upgrade the NX version. The NX version which I am using for this project is not affected 21.1.1. So let's see, just let's verify if this is the version here. No. So 21.5 and 21.6, but not the 21.1, right? Point 1. And if you see, the latest version is 21.4.1. So 21.4.1, which is again not the affected version. So NX was quick to actually remove the affected versions and just make sure that the new versions are available. And let's add a new branch because I don't want to commit these changes to the same repository or same branch. So I'll say, okay, this is update next to 21. What was the latest version? It was 21.4. 21. And you can actually run NX migrate to migrate any or migrate the NX version. So you can go to the doc and just search for NX migrate, right? So it will tell you, okay, here's how you can upgrade NX. So you can run NX migrate latest and it will run, and then you have to run migrations. So let's go ahead and try this out. The first thing which I need to do is I need to run, let's see what I'm using here. I'm using yarn. So I will just run yarn install. So because I have deleted node modules, and so I need to do yarn install first, and then I can run nx migrate to migrate to latest NX version. And one more thing which I wanted to do is I wanted to migrate Angular version as well. Angular is 19.2.0 and now 20.2.0 got released. And if you missed it, I mean there was an announcement recently. So 21 and 20, I mean, next version release will be 21, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. There will be another patch version. So 21.2 was the last patch version, probably. So let's go ahead and just time it takes. Meanwhile, it is getting installed. We can do one more thing. So as part of this project, what we are also doing is we want to actually have GitHub authentication, and Sashi was working on it, and he created a PR. So let's go ahead and see that PR, and meanwhile, probably this gets installed as well. So there is a pull request, integrate GitHub auth. See, it means all good, and I can go ahead and merge this PR, but let's verify first, right? What is changed? And this is where I also want to thank CodeRabbit. CodeRabbit makes your code review very easy because it works inside the GitHub, right? You can see there are some comments which are already added, and they have been a good. They have been very supportive of. I talked with Santosh and my channel, and even supporting me in my podcast. So they have been they're my one of my sponsor as well, and it's free for open source, right? So generally, I love the products which are free and mostly not free, but yeah, it's available for open source, and they are supporting open source, and they have been actually supporting to multiple projects. Next, I think there are many more. They started supporting recently a project called Demo Time from one of my friend. So you can also check out Demo Time if you have if you want to actually do some talks. So Demo Time is a nice product made by one of a good friend. So yeah, just go ahead and check out, and you can just log in and start using it. There are so many integrations available, and he's doing amazing work so far. I saw a demo, and it's nice. So I think there is, yeah, this one. Not the first one. So demo time dot show, and actually let's see if I've started this project. I think I did. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, Elio, who is the creator of this project, and there are so many good features. I actually want to give it a try for my next talk whenever I'm back on stage. So that's also a thing because I haven't been speaking anywhere this year, and probably I'll start doing it again next year. So yeah, I'm also one of the sponsors, and you see CodeRabbit recently joined as well for the as a sponsor. So shout out to Ilyu, who has been like building an amazing product project for the community, for all the speakers out there. Just go ahead and give it a try, and he's looking for a feedback. So if you have any feedback, just go ahead and share it. And Shubham has a question. So Shubham says, Santosh, can we contribute to this project? Yes, sure. I mean, I'm looking for the ideas, what we can build as part of this application, right? So I'm of course open for the ideas. The GitHub repository is available. You can just go ahead and clone it, or you can create issues. So it's part of dev.run. I can just link it, or maybe I don't know. Yeah, I can post it in chat. Can't post to some channels. I'm sure. Hope you are able to see it. But this is the repository. You can yeah, go ahead and create an issue in case you think there are some great ideas you have, because I'm lost. I mean, at some time I just think a lot. Maybe I should add this, I should add that, and then I get lost. So when I started, of course, like I had so many ideas, but none of them actually are implemented so far. So yeah, so I'm all ears for any good ideas. And if you raise a PR, then perfect, nothing like that, right? Okay, so let's see the code rabbit PR review. So actually it says, okay, adds Appwrite based authentication back in NestJS. So okay, so we are using Appwrite for the authentication. Nice. And it says these are the files which are updated or maybe removed or maybe changed, right? So let's see. One nice thing about Code Rabbit, it gives you this nice sequence diagram, so I can see like what's happening in the code basically. So it says, okay, the user will come to the front end, the user will initiate the GitHub authentication. The user clicks GitHub sign in. Let me zoom in. I'm not sure if it's visible. So user clicks on sign in with GitHub. Front end sends the request to auth GitHub login, success URL, failure URL, and then NestJS backend receives this, sends this to Appwrite. So uh, in case you're not aware, Appwrite is a cloud-based platform. You can actually go ahead and um, you don't have to build anything. Basically, it's like it gives you all the APIs for authentication. It gives you storage. It gives you I think you can also have SMS and email templates, APIs, and it's free. So it's free for open source, and it's free, I mean, for some limit for everyone. So go ahead and start or go ahead and try it out. So you see, you can see like this auth is included, database storage. You have functions as well. And now they launched sites. So it's like something you can see it's like similar to Vercel, but the open source alternative, right? And then you have real time. It means you can also get pub and sub kind of store like Firebase. If you know what I'm talking about, if you ever tried Firebase, so it's like okay, you can subscribe and react to any events messaging as a it actually has full functional messaging services, email, SMS. I have tried email and it works perfectly fine. Cool. So yeah, so it goes to Appwrite and then it creates an session or auth session. OAuth URL, we get the OAuth URL. It sends a success or true and data as well as, and the browser redirects to GitHub. Okay, cool. So this is the entire flow, and this is like more in detail, like what will happen from Appwrite. So Appwrite sends redirect to FE with user ID and secrets, and then user browser front end reads query params and post to backend, and then it goes back to NestJS backend, and some flow happens, and then we get it back, and then we get redirect to the actual UI. And one thing which Sashi also did is he added a working video, right? So I don't have to do much. I can just go ahead and merge the PR. So makes my job easier, right? So yeah, you can see he actually tried with his token, so he was able to get all this detail, which looks really nice. I mean, yeah, I know I'm very bad at UI. I don't know, I won't be able to do this, but yeah, I try my best. So these are so this is I think this is recently added. It also gives you possibly related PRs in case like this is getting reused. Like the features is very common, right? I mean, it's being probably implemented by every other open source projects out there. GitHub, login with GitHub. So it is giving me some related PRs which are actually doing the same. So nice. And okay, then the suggested reviewer. Oh, yeah, I really like this. So I hope the branch at tiny dev scout how sits planted, session sprout, guards on the path, routes in line, upright hum, softly the tokens aligned, carrots, safety local time, dashboard bound, joy about. Nice. And remote MCP integration is now available. Pro plan users can now connect to remote MCP servers. Okay, this is nice. So this is of course like all the information, initial information, and then it can start doing the comments. So here there are a few comments which are added by Code Rabbit. So it says, okay, it gave some comments on launch.json file. I don't really care about it. So yeah, so let's see. Sashi is here. Hey Sashi. Yeah, I was just looking at your PR. I don't know. Probably if do we need launch.json, we can probably remove it. I have seen like it causes a lot issues than helping us out. You can configure code rabbit. Hey, package main. I still don't know what your real name is. But, and yeah, you can configure code rabbit style. By the way, I like that. I removed this poem such a spam. Yeah, yeah. Of course, I can go ahead and like uh, disable because there are two ways to do that. You can actually use the dashboard, and you can also use like a YAML file to disable all the settings. So up to you. I just keep it as it is because it gives. I mean, if I have to show it to somebody, it's easy, right? So I can open any PR and then show it to them. Like, oh, this is how it works. Nice. So it says, okay, we have backend, devs to run, Appwrite config. Okay, so I have intentionally committed to the debugging for NestJS project. Perfectly fine. I mean, I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so you have NestJS config, Appwrite endpoint, Appwrite project ID, and Appwrite open key, front end origin. Maybe we do we need to have what is this joy? Okay, commutable suggestions. Interesting. So it says okay. I'm just wondering why we have this. Maybe we can actually have the environment variables as well, right? And does Joey just for data validation? Okay, video chat, Thursday, brand Joey. Okay, so this is mostly for data validation. So joy.string, joy.number, Alex. Ah, nice to meet you, Alex. So okay, so maybe we can just take it from uh, process or env file and then use it. Up to you, Sashi. I mean, probably that will be easier. So I can just have environment file for each uh, environment. I mean, development and production, and then I can just use it, and I don't have to commit anything into the repository. This is, I know this is the validation. Oh, this is the validation part actually. So okay, you're using it. Oh, sorry. So Appwrite config.ts, we need project ID, project name, and write endpoint. And okay, it uses process.env front-end URL or localhost 4220. Nice. I think I can have this all this information because I already have an Appwrite project. So I can commit, add a local env file and try this out. It is asking you to add HTTP code 200, and there are some information. Bad exception, invalid redirect URL. Okay, this is good to have. So you see, I mean, CodeRabbit actually has some pretty much very good code review, which you can avoid, and you don't have to do this. So it's like you write a code, AI reviews it, and potentially the code you wrote was written by AI. So AI doing code review using AI. It's okay. Uh, okay, I don't know. This is probably not an issue because standalone is true now, and maybe CodeRabbit doesn't know that this is default true in the version we are using. But yeah, overall looks nice. This is really nice suggestion actually. Throw error inside catch error for the already logged out path. Maybe so you can check this throw error because I think that's a recommended way now. And for tab, it's using the current user dot set. So you are passing user profile and it's saying, okay, you can just directly say user as user profile, which makes sense. Data as any dot user, data as user profile. Yeah, this reduces the code. I think most of it is already accepted by Sashi, so it's just like I don't have to do much. I just can go ahead and merge this PR for now. Appwrite config, I have to pass this information, of course. Appwrite config.ts export default register as Appwrite. And once I have this information, I can actually run that locally as well as on CI. So I have to make sure I add an environment file at both the location. Missing, I don't think so. It's okay for now. Cool. Auth controller. I mean, the good thing about this is now I can use it in my another project. So I can just copy paste this information and then use it for any other thing. And glad like we have Appwrite, so we don't have to like write a lot of code which is needed for GitHub authentication. They have Google authentication. I mean, they have an OAuth authentication, and then there are connectors available. So GitHub, Google, you can also do probably Microsoft login. So this is nice, and you don't have to probably worry about the limit because I'm sure the limit is too big to actually exhaust your free account or something. So package lock. Oh, this is interesting. So it updates package.json, which is fine, but dev student package lock. So I think that's an issue because if I see apps backend, it should have package.json, not the log file. So it needs to be removed. It's because this is a NX monorepo, so they will not have their own log file. Please move this file. And then package.json, let's see what's updated. So node Appwrite, this is okay. Appwrite 16, NestJS config. Yes, this is needed because we are reading some information from process, and this NestJS config is the package which is used. And there are some information I don't think which we need to do, because as this is a monorepo, we do npm install or yarn install only once. And you can actually run. So let me just update this information. Yeah, the GitHub UI is still broken. You see, there is a big space here. But yeah, I mean, this is also something very nice. You can actually, I'm not sure like if you have used it. I'm sure if you do a lot of code reviews, you're aware of this feature. But hey, Anmol, I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you here. Yeah. So I was just talking about this feature, right? So this is the new UI which I'm using. GitHub created this new UI for code review. I'm not sure like, if someone has this enabled. Let's see. So this is still in preview, and you can actually just switch back, and I'll get the um, old look. But I'm using this new UI for now. And here, where was I? So I was at readme.md, and you can actually, I think this is available in both both ways, like the old screen and the new screen. So you can click on apply add suggestion, because a lot of time what we do is we just add a comment and we ask developers to do it. But this adding a suggestion is something which is very useful, because now I can commit the suggestion from here. So for example, here I want to say, okay, I don't want this, of course, and we can avoid this as well, because we need to do yarn install or npm install in the root. And to run this or serve this backend, right? So the correct way, oh, nice, machine learning. So Anmol is learning machine learning now. Nice. You know, I wanted to learn machine learning 7 years or 8 years ago, when I was like really bored with doing .NET. So just to give you small info, like I was a .NET developer, hardcore .NET developer. So I started my career like working on desktop applications, then ended up doing ASP.NET. I wrote like a lot of APIs, WCF, like doing WCF was so much fun, because you can run it anywhere. You can run on different protocols. Generally, if you write APIs, you generally think about HTTP, but was amazing. I mean, I integrated that with our IVR, and it was so much fun. I still miss that, but the thing is, of course, I was so bored. I was so bored, like after doing that for 8 years. And then I gave up. I was like, okay, let's move on and do something. Of course, the one thing which I wanted to do was machine learning, and then I said, oh no, let's do something else. Okay, so package.json, backend nest build. Where's project.json? Then it should have project.json. Services are serve static nest CLI. And then I ended up doing Angular. Okay, that was this whole story. So you really, there is no project.json for the backend project, or something is wrong. This looks more like, yeah, because I have another project and that is different. Let's see. I don't know why. Maybe I made a mistake while getting this home shop. Yeah, see, there is a project.json here. And this is also NestJS application. So what I did something wrong, but what? So backend, oh, interesting. Okay, I'll fix it. I think I need to just regenerate this backend project. So sorry, Shashi. I mean, you're most of the sorry, the PR which you did. I think we might need to make some changes because this project will change. I was not aware that I made a mistake here, but I can just add it quickly. So let's do that. I mean, good thing like I was going through the PR from Sashi, so I came to know that the NestJS project which I created is wrong. Earlier I was doing data engineering, but a bit, yeah. I mean, this is usual, right? Developers get bored at some point of their some point of time in their career, and they think like, what next? And good thing you found something to do. So I'll just cancel this review for now because I figured out that the project is wrong. I'll keep the front end. I think there is no change here. To observable, there's a sort card, can activate guest card, nice. And all this CSS which goes over my head. Anyways, okay, ng ng on it. Set timeout. Oh, this is interesting. Let's start go home. Maybe we can work around this. Cool. Let's go ahead and generate the new project quickly. So devs will run, and let's see the documentation. So what you are doing, what you're learning new in machine learning, Anmol? Are you playing with LLMs? Okay, so what I wanted to do, nx.dev. And I need a NestJS project. So nx nest, create an X workspace, but I can also do a an nx add nest. Yarn. It should be installed already. Nest. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, fill to the command field, yarn nx in it. You can add new nest application with the following command. So let's try this. Create an application, proxies. Okay, generating nest application and an option to configure other projects in workspace to proxy API requests. I think this is what we need. So started with just starting with the basic concept. So okay, nice. I mean, it's okay. Everyone starts somewhere at some point of time, and everyone is beginner. So okay, so it says yarn nxg nest.js app, and I want to put it in backend, and I can say this is devs who run API. Front-end project is my Angular app, and rather than this, I can say, let's see, what's the name? Project.json, and this is the name. So just in case you're wondering, okay, what's happening here? Error occurred while processing file. RSPack plugin defined an annex. So RSPack config.ts packets up path component style sheet is not defined in exports. What's happening here? Next.json. Okay. And it says component style sheet. Okay. RSPack config.ts. What's missing here? Create config. Equals Angular component style sheet. Oh, I don't know what went wrong with this repository. Next. Come on, Anmol, you're already like you already got bored with one technology and you're still in second year. I thought like you're like working in tech for many years now and then you got bored. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm just setting up a new project and I figured out the earlier configuration was wrong and now it doesn't let me do this because I think there is some problem with this repository. So currently, even I don't understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing this. It should be easy, not this complicated. Okay, let's try to do this. So of course, this was not needed because we already have a project and we could have used this one. Yana Machine, NestJS app, backend, Run API, frontend project is Run frontend. And it is giving me an issue. It says spec TS packets of path ES build style sheet is not defined by the exports in an Angular spec compiler. So something wrong with the package, I think. So NX, what is this RS pack? So NX RS pack, NX Angular RS pack, 21.0.1. Come on, it worked last time. It works on the CI. So what I'm missing here? Okay, let's go ahead and quickly check. So this PR which is raised, it works. And I know Python well, should I focus on learning actual tech first or get done with what is actual tech? I mean, if you're building something, you're good. If you're just learning and not building, then there is something wrong. So as far as you're building, all good, all fine. And DSA, yes, I would say do DSA. But it's like DSA is needed because you need to clear the interview and most of the companies ask for DSAs. So I'm just wondering that this works on CI, what's happening locally. So I generally do DSA whenever I have interview. Okay, run build and test. So it built next steps to run E2E, front end, steps to run front end, steps to run lint, steps to run. Where is the backend? So it's not running the build, creative and build production. Yeah, seems like. So tabs to run, it's only running the lint, not other tasks. So yeah, there's something wrong. I screwed up. Sorry, Sashi. Sorry again. I did something wrong and I don't understand like what I did wrong. And this was, I think, the new. Okay, let's see. I just remove and maybe reinstall and hope npm install does does everything. Even though I'm using yarn lock. What is being used on CI? Let's see. So on CI, we are using yarn. Okay, so let's stick with yarn. Then yarn install. So, so I'm using GitHub actions and it's build, yarn and X format check, and affected. Hey Subhadeep, yeah. So I'm just working on one of my side project I was talking about. It's called DevZuran. So it's about it's for the people who like to be active, all the developers basically, because you can see devs in the URL itself. So developers like at some point of time you just ignore your help And the idea was to have this website where developers can come together and share what they have been doing, like what workout or they want to make, maybe form a community and do some runs together. So we have a PR from Sashi. So I was just going through this PR, and now I'm trying to fix the backend. So we started from something else. Now we found an issue, and I don't know like how I made this mistake, but while generating this project, there was an issue. And let's see if I can run this command again, which I was trying to run earlier. So this is the project. Perfect. So, okay, which linter I want to use? Yes, lint. I want to use just, okay, cool. So now, yeah, Niket. Yeah, sure, go ahead. So it worked now. So let's see. So it says project devs to run API, GUI, and API. Cool. So now we have backend devs to run API, which this is where the code should go, Sashi. So what I will do is I will create this PR, merge this, and I'll try to resolve the conflict on your PR so you don't have to worry about it. And it takes care of the proxy as well. Yeah, meanwhile, Aniket able to ask a question. And it takes care of the proxy, so let's see what are the files added, and then we can see. And then you don't have to do those install stuff which you added. And next, nx.json, this is fine. This is good. Axios, NestJS common. This NestJS common should have been there earlier. It was not something which you need to add. So NestJS platform, Express, NestJS core, NestJS common, all this should have been there. And okay, let me just see this view. So I know package.json, nx.json, devs to run API, E2E, and where is the proxy gone? Because I did front end project this and back end project this. So there should be something. And node configuration, node environment development. Of course, this will be the default. Yeah, I'll come back to your question, Aniket. Just a second. I'm just verifying all the files before I commit it. Otherwise, I'll just end up making mistake again, which I don't want to. Just config, eslint config.njs, njs. Okay. I think this is flat config, which is already there, so I don't have to worry about it. Cool. Okay, this looks good. And I can now run yarn nx format. So yeah, this yarn nx format command actually lets me, okay. Let's see the question from Aniket. It sounds like a stupid question. Okay. So first rule of programming, there are no, or for any questions, right? There are no stupid questions. But I'm actually lost. I'm in semester one. I have experience with React.js, Node, and SQL. What type of and how big project I need to do right now? Okay, good question. I think everyone gets lost at some point of time. Okay, so meanwhile, I'll just show you this command. So yarn nx format. So this command will format the files based on my configuration of. Okay, failed. So yeah, so based on my configuration for prettier, prettier is something which you can use to format your files. Okay, there will be tabs, there will be indexes, or tabs versus spaces. Whatever you want to decide, if you want to keep tabs, how many lines, or if you're using tabs, how many sorry, spaces, then how many spaces or tabs, whatever. So, but yeah, this yarn nx format command is really nice. I mean, it lets me keep the common formatting for all the code base, which I'm using. Oh, what is this? Come on, start trace in nx format. Yeah. So, Aniket, what you can do is there is a repository. Just quickly show you the repository. So, because sometime it's not like we don't know what to build, but no, sorry, we don't want to build, but it's like what to build, right? That's an problem which we generally face. And there is a project repository called App Ideas. This repository has like app ideas from basic to advanced. And if you think like you are really good with React SQL, what you can do is you can pick up some of the project and start building on it. And yeah, of course. And you can start building something from here. And one thing which I will also recommend is, of course, now you said you are in school, college, right? A lot of this AI companies are actually giving free credits to students. Go ahead and try this out. Build something using AI. Try to integrate them into your React app. That will be a good experience. And yeah, it's AI is hot right now, hot topic. So go ahead and build something on AI. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll try to see why it's not working. Reset. Come on. Is this okay? And then yeah, this format. Okay, let me just remove this project because this is not needed. And let's see if I have any reference to this project. And let me post this URL, right? So I think, okay, close it. But yeah, let me share. Oh, nice. So Aniket says he's getting his hands dirty on AWS. Yeah. Uh, like, recommended. So you can, yeah, this is the repository. You can see it in the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and take the ideas. This is like still not updated. I think the last one was added 2 years ago, but I think they have like a lot of ideas. And maybe you can, or if you really want my opinion, I would really recommend asking AI. So, Cloud Code, or maybe you can use this ChatGPT and update consumer terms. Okay, cool. And just go ahead and ask Cloud Code to give you ideas, and it can generate the code as well, right? Because it's mostly for developers, so you can like throw like what technology you know, and um, give your thoughts like what you want to learn. So you have to be really good at prompting basically, but maybe just throw some ideas to Cloud Code and let it generate. And maybe you can start your own repository of collection of project ideas generated by Cloud Code, and that will be nice. Cool. Let's see. So no, not yet. And I just wanted to make sure that other projects, there is no reference. So I'll say search apps slash backend. Okay, so it's not used anywhere, but still not working. Okay, let's do one thing. One life. Yeah, we all have one, unless you're a cat. So what IDE are you using? Yeah, so I just use VS Code whenever I'm doing live streams. So this is VS Code. The only difference which you might see is this file explorer is on the right hand side, and I really like it. So by default it comes on the left hand side, and once they launch this feature where you can adjust your file explorer panel on right side as well, I just moved it because I'll give you the reason. I was a .NET developer, and Visual Studio, not the code, Visual Studio, it had this file explorer. Uh, it's nice. I don't know why you don't like, but yeah, I really like VS Code because it's very lightweight, and yeah, it works. So I started using it once they said, okay, this is on the right side. I was like, okay, I was using it when I was using Visual Studio, so let's do it. Commit and NestJS. There's so many next yeah, project. And talk fast. Is this the new AI model, new LLM model, or AI model, or new IDE? Because that's what is happening. for now. Okay, so permission denied. Okay, I know what's happening here because I want to. I'll just fix it. The reason is I moved away from SSH to HTTPS. So it's not allowing me to commit the code. So let me just go ahead and fix it. I want to move from SSH to HTTPS so I can commit this change. And then I have to resolve the PR conflicts. Where is this command? Yeah, okay, let's see. Perfect. And I can create a pull request. You can also do it. You can actually create a pull request from Visual Studio if you want to. Grok fast one. Sure, I'll check it out. So generally, this is really nice. I mean, I really like this flow. So I don't have to leave my Visual Studio window, and I can just say, okay, no, continue to github.com. So it takes me to the github.com. So let's go ahead and do that. Just say, yeah, it was open on the another screen. So I'll say, okay, this is add NestJS API project, and I can use Copilot, of course, to generate the summary because I'm too lazy to write my own summary, and I'm not that smart enough. And AI can do better job at this, right? So it says, okay, I have deleted the entire NestJS project, introduction to NX-based E2E project, test environment setup and tear down. Okay, so let's see if I can create this pull request and backend. I hope this works. The CI does not complain about it, and I can request Copilot as well. So I can ask, yeah, same to you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for dropping by. And then I can request Sashi to review this PR. But yeah, good thing is like we found this is an issue. So I'll probably wait for this PR and get it merged, and then I can have this GitHub authentication working meanwhile. So I think this is it for today. I think thanks for joining. And if you have any ideas, as I mentioned, just go to this repository, devsuran, and then you can also create some issues. Or if you want to contribute, just go ahead and pick up the issue and then start working on it. Don't wait for me. I mean, wait for me so we agree on the idea. But yeah, if you find any other existing issue, go ahead and do that. Um, this is uh, this is open for contribution, and I'll see you tomorrow. So I'll continue working on this this week. I have I think this week I'll be streaming for every day. I have a podcast recording on Friday as well. So we are having an amazing guest as a on our podcast talking about data analytics, data science. So I know Niket, you said you're interested in machine learning, but just in case you are interested, that episode will be published soon on our YouTube channel. Not the one where you are right now, but there is another channel. This is another community channel. I can say this is learning or this is tech talks. This is mostly for doing podcasts. So if you like to hear podcast and go to this channel, we have so many. I think there are more than 40. Come on, I forgot the numbers. I think there are more than yeah, close to 97 videos, right? So there are, I think, more than 90 episodes which we did so far. So cool. So yeah, thanks everyone. And sorry, Shashi, again, for screwing up your branch. Now I need to resolve the conflict. So I'll do it tomorrow and then I'll merge everything. Oh, nice. So the CI was not complaining. CI said, okay, everything is fine. I was worried about it. Deployed successfully. Let's see. I mean, the one thing which I want to verify is if it built the right projects, right? And I can use continue with GitHub. So it says devs who run API, lint, build. Yes, exactly. So we have build as well now because it was missing from the previous project which I created. I still don't understand how, like why I did that. I, but yes, everyone makes a mistake. So Sashi, if you get time, just approve this PR. Otherwise, I won't be able to merge. I mean, I can do this. I can merge the PR, but just have a look. I think I can merge it because this is just creating a project. So I don't have to wait for you. And now I need to resolve the conflict. And I'll try to do that tomorrow. Now, if you see, probably this PR will have a conflict, and it gives us good opportunity to learn about like how to resolve a conflict, right? So we will learn that tomorrow. So see you if you're joining again. And if you have anything, just message me on maybe LinkedIn, or if you're connected on X, or I'm also available on Blue Sky. So wherever you find me and wherever you feel comfortable, just send me a message. And have a maybe good day, good night, and see you later. Bye bye.